Blessings. This is High Priestess Jamila. So I want to do a quick disclaimer before I get into the quick discussion about this ritual that my spirits has so lovingly brought to you guys. I wanted to apologize. I created these photos. Just a disclaimer. I created these photos in my Canva AI app, and some of the babies have like extra hands and feet. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, this ritual is one that is going to not necessarily phase out, but it will be more popular than my generational curse reversal breaker ritual. And it is actually my rebirthing ritual, or rebirth your current life. Okay, remove the curse that was placed on you at birth. So a lot of people assume that when there's either a new baby or news of a new baby, that people are going to be happy. Okay, people are going to celebrate, people are going to be nice. I have noticed that in the past 10 years, this has changed a lot. And then, of course, I am a shaman, so it depends on what reality you are in. But in today's world of social media, and when people talk, you never know who you're talking to. You never know what is going on in that person's reality. So they may not look at babies and children and life the same way that you do. And they may have an extreme aversion to that. Or they could possibly be somebody that was entrusted to care for you that shouldn't have been trusted. It could be someone that could not, maybe they dislike you because of your gender. They were disappointed in your gender. Maybe they didn't like your father. Maybe they didn't like your mother. I mean, honestly, these types of curses on your life can actually be put on you by your own parents, sadly. So the way that this curse is born or created is from the evil eye. I call it personally the evil eye birth curse is probably what I'll call it. And so basically this is where I feel like it has mainly affected all people born prior to the year 2000. Prior to that, the tongue is very powerful, but however, I believe that in the year 2000, a lot of gods, a lot of angels, a lot of stuff up on the earth was awakened, and we were, as a species, awakened in the year 2000. So, but I'm not saying that it can't affect people born after the year 2000, but I think that with a lot of the baby boomers, the millennials, not millennials, the baby boomers and Gen Z and then Gen X, I think that these particular curses mainly and primarily affected these generations, primarily because of the consciousness on the planet. There's many, many theories. All we know is that it is there. And you can remove it, you can reverse it, you can get it off of your life, and that's just it. So basically, the way that this curse can be created is by someone speaking negatively about you. Maybe they could be speaking negatively about your future based upon whatever reasons that they have. They spoke negatively, and maybe they did all of this negative talk. Maybe they possibly could have even done rituals to curse you as a baby. This actually happens very often, which is why traditionally, spiritually, thousands of years ago, women did not let people touch their babies. And the father had to wash of his hands first before he touched his own child, because it was not all of this touching and let me touch your baby, let me hold your baby. Women actually knew about the evil eye thousands of years ago, and they would protect their pregnancies, they would protect the unborn child. They did all kinds of rituals and rites to protect. When we look back in history, the only thing that we primarily focus on when it comes to magic and ritual is, oh, these people over there in the far north or west or south or east, they did child sacrifice and things of that nature. But there was actually other stuff that was more so widespread. And this was one of them. And so basically, if you had somebody, especially if that person had a powerful influence over your mother, or even someone that had a powerful influence over your father, they could speak these things into your life. And depending on the circumstances, depending on the entire family dynamic, this could have possibly caused a lot of struggle and strife in your life, in every area of your life. This can be very damaging and devastating to the human soul and the spirit, because the human soul comes here looking for certain things. And we all know what is a part of nature. Love, parenting, whether or not it is to a child or an animal, just everything on this earth that a normal human being has the instinct to go for, which is food, everything, okay? Then there's also the presence of the hidden enemy. The hidden enemy is someone who has possibly switched places with you, possibly swapped destinies with you, but then this person was allowed to be a prominent force in your life, your whole life, which has led to, just this life of misery. Your creativity is blocked. Your health is bad. You're miserable. A lot of different things can come out of it. And so basically it is separate from the identity swapping ritual that I offer, but it is the same price, okay? However, the difference is that this person that may have intentionally or unintentionally did this to you doesn't even realize or remember the spiritual warfare that they are fighting. And so you may not get along with this person because this is what this person did. This person, even if they tried to be your friend, they're just your enemy because they've been around since you were born, and they may have said something when they saw you or when they were around you, and it may have been on a full moon while the moon was eclipsing. You just never know, and so that could have sparked this evil eye birth curse on you since you were a baby, which, by the way, both circumstances can happen, because when somebody does that to you as a baby, it has somewhat of a domino effect on your life, or a butterfly effect on your life. So this is something that probably has been plaguing you for years. Typically, these types of things can be done by Usually not by parents, but sometimes so. Grandparents, uncles, aunts, cousins, friends. You just never know. And I think that it is something that, again, I think that this person's presence had to have been in your life somehow, okay? And they may have inadvertently did it, or they may have done it purposely, and then now, as you're an adult, this person has become sort of like this hidden shadow enemy that is fighting with your will, because they really don't know how to stop it. They don't know how to get rid of it. They don't, and then they just don't take it seriously, the power of the tongue, and then they probably don't even remember. I mean, you never know. There may have been some kind of constellation, or the energies were just right for them to create that type of stuff in your life. So this is the reverse your birth curse, evil eye birth curse reversal that I wanted to present to you guys, and it is very real. There are some people that have had the evil eye on them for years, and it just is what it is. So a lot of people will say, well, I know exactly who did that, and this person, doesn't think that I know how they feel about me, the anger, the hatred, what's going to happen to the person, basically. What's going to happen to this person? Well, it depends on what's in their heart. If they feel that the only way that they can survive is that you're destroyed or your life is destroyed, then you're going to have to battle with them. And battling, I guess if you're used to battling with somebody, I don't really like that. I like to do things really easy when it comes to that. And the easiest thing to do is to banish it through time and space, as well as destroy it. You can destroy something. You can deconstruct, and disempower, and disembody a curse. Okay, so that's what this ritual is about. The person doesn't necessarily have to be hurt unless they are a creature of habit and they are unable to change, okay? Because this person knows the things that they have done, and they are afraid, or sometimes they don't know. People go through phases in life. I know that for me personally, I have taken care of many babies in my life. I've got godchildren. I have children of my own. I'm a grandmother. And I've always had a really old soul. So I don't call people's babies ugly. I don't curse babies. I don't do stuff like that, okay? Because it's not good. And if I were to ever say anything negative about somebody's baby, I'm going to make sure I cleanse that negative karma off of me. This is something where people used to know. Again, like I said, hundreds or even thousands of years ago, people knew better than to do that, because babies are a blessing from God and the goddess. And so it's not kosher to do things like that. But there are some people that have mental illnesses. There are some people that may have been drunk. There are some people that may have been on drugs. There are some people that just may have been abusive people. And you may have, some of you that are watching this may have grew up in an environment of verbal abuse that really did a number on your life. So this is the ritual for you. You guys can contact me about this ritual via the website, divineservicesapothecary.com, and then we can read the situation. Now, unfortunately, sometimes these things lead to a double downing. And what I mean by being double downed on is that you end up, because when that person did that, they may have purposely or unpurposefully created this world, or it may have been other outside forces that took advantage of whatever that pain was that you went through. But then also, what I've been talking to you guys about with these alternative realities, these paradigms, these paradoxes, and people living in other realities, that's something that stands right where it is. It may not even be connected. It may have no connection. So both of these rituals are very valuable. Both of them will definitely bring peace and abundance, ground you within the abundant earth as you deserve. Okay, so make sure that you guys contact me. In fact, I'm really going to enjoy doing this ritual for other people because it's much easier than dealing with the paradox of other stuff. When, as far as when someone pulls you into their world, or you get pulled into a world where you are trapped, it is a lot different, especially being who I am, as far as with blessing babies, because that's what I do. I bless babies and children. I just, and that's the way that it should be. But, with a lot of things happening, and I'm not going to get into detail as far as my opinion of that, but having a thought process that, you were born in sin and everybody's cursed and we're all cursed, that within itself, it's just a very negative outlook. And I'm pagan. So I'm pagan, and then I'm also Satanist. So, I don't believe in those types of things, okay? All right. I will see you guys later. Make sure that y'all hit that thumbs up and get at me for a confidential reading or consultation, and we will take a look at what is going on, okay? All right. I will see you guys later. Blessings. Bye.